Mateo. Today we will talk about the most relevant news.
Reagan in Arcade and President of Republican Enrique Peña Nieto probably in 10 words. Enrique abused 2017 billions money offered in press in September against in Mexico.
He warned that it will take 23 billion pesos for schools and 8 billion pesos for the mix to cultural heritage. Two people were killed and two others were injured during an attempted assault on a convenience store located at the crossing of Calzada Ignacio Zaragoza in the Juan Escutia neighborhood of the Iztapalapa delegation.
We went to where reported with the media.
My name is Yaneira and we'll talk about the weather. In Tijuana, the weather of this weekend is some cool in the morning but warm in the afternoon, for difference of other days. Today the weather is sunny, there's not much wind, it's 28 degrees for today. Not are storms close for the moment. And can you see today is a perfect day for play baseball and other things.
Hi guys, the Friday's game was the success because Charles Quintus, the DJ, won the champions. Thanks.
Today I'm going to show you how to make scrambled eggs with ham. Okay, the first thing we're going to want to do is get 3 eggs. Here we have 1 egg, so now we're going to have to put the other 2. What we're going to want to do next is to put a little bit of salt and some milk. Now we need to mix it up. Okay, now that it's finished, we can continue with the next part, which is we're gonna have to cut the ham. We're gonna want to get 2 pieces of ham, get your best knife, and just slice it through real nice. And then slice it the other way. Until we get little squares like this. After we get little squares, we're gonna want to throw them in with the eggs. And mix it up. Okay, now it's like this. It should look like this. Now we can continue with the next part, which is cutting the tomatoes, or the tomato. We're gonna want to cut 1 in half, and we're only gonna want to use 1. So let's cut it. Make sure to not cut it completely and leave a little part at the end. Let's cut it the other way to make little squares. Until it looks like kinda like this. Now we're gonna want to cut it sideways so we can get the little squares that we want. after we get the squares, there's probably gonna be big pieces like this. So we gotta just cut them down into little squares too. Okay. Now that we we're finished with the tomato, what's next is the onion. We're gonna want to cut the onion the same way, but cut the back part first. We're only gonna need half of the onion. We're gonna cut it sideways first, and then the other side. Make sure to not cut yourself. Now, cut it from the side. You're not gonna need so much tomatoes, so this is probably enough. Now we got the tomatoes and the onion. Now for the final part, we're gonna want to get a chile, and we're gonna want to cut just probably half of it. We're only gonna work with half of it because that's all we need for 3 eggs. We're gonna cut it in small pieces. And we're gonna combine it with everything else. Now with all this together, we're gonna want to put it in the pan before the egg. First, let's leave it here. Now that we got the egg and the vegetables cut, we could go now to the cooking part. Okay, now that we got our vegetables, we're gonna want to get ready our pan. We're gonna want to put some oil. Not much because we're just doing the vegetables right now. The pan should be pretty hot. Just move it around, let it go through the pan. Now we gotta put the vegetables. Now with our spatula, move everything around, combine it. Now we're gonna want to leave it for probably like a minute or two so it could cook well and get a little crunchy, so when we put the eggs it's gonna taste even better. So we'll be right back.
Atrévete con el moco pedorreta Gumball y el Splash Gumball de Simba.
No entiendo. Aquí solo hay un boleto.
No voy a volar a Roma con sabor a café en mi boca.
¿Es Orbit? ¿Qué? ¿Estás rompiendo conmigo?
Se terminó.
Para dientes limpios y sanos, come, bebe, mastica, Orbit.
Welcome back. Here, now we can see how it's already ready. We have the onion is getting brownish and the chiles are getting black from the inside. So now what we're gonna want to do now that we see that the tomato's soft and the onion is getting crunchy, we're gonna want to get our mix of eggs with ham. Now we're gonna want to get it all in one place so it can all get the eggs in one place, and then just pour it all around and throw all the ham in it. Now let's put a little bit more salt. How you can see it's all getting together, but we're here to make scrambled eggs and not just make a random egg or it's going to be like an omelet. So time to move it around. After we move it around, we're going to want to leave it like that for quite some while and let it just cook in its natural way. It's going to take probably from 3 to 5 minutes, depends how much you have the fire. I recommend it on low so it could cook very well. So we'll be right back and we'll show you how the egg is gonna be in and how it's gonna look after you.